What's up guys, Austin Dunham back again with another video. I hope everybody is having a great day right now. And in this video, we're gonna discuss why I didn't want to join the Marines or why I'm not joining the Marines, alright? So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Alright, to start off the video, I want to show you guys a video clip. Just in case you missed it, I posted on my Instagram and my Facebook. So if you're not following me there, be sure to follow me so you don't miss out on stuff like this. Basically, I was at this event at my school where a lot of organizations just come together and everybody just walks around, go to each different booth. It's almost like an expo for different organizations available at campus. And of those organizations, the Marines usually come out there with a pull-up bar and, you know, just trying to recruit people to join the Marines. So of course I walk out there and everybody's like, yo Dunham, there's a pull-up bar, man. You gonna do something, you gonna beat the record or whatever. So I happened to walk by and I was talking with the guy a little bit and I was like, you know, I do pull-ups every now and then. I was kind of trolling him. And then he told me that the day record was 28 pull-ups. So if you watch my other video, I think I did like 27 or actually 28 pull-ups in a row when I tested my max pull-ups and my max push-ups. So I was like, man, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to try and go all out? Because that day I just got out of class, I was tired. No pre-workout at all. I'm at my heaviest weight I've ever been in my life. I'm like at 170 pounds right now, 171. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go for it. We're gonna see what happens. People are watching. I'm gonna give them a show. So I was like, my boy Daniel, record this for Snapchat real quick. So I could explain the rest, but right now I'm just gonna let you guys watch the video. So as you guys saw, those pull-ups were pretty clean. The form was pretty strict in my opinion. Got a bit of adrenaline pumping, and afterwards I literally could not bend my arms at all. So afterwards the guy was talking to me. He was like, man, that was insane. Like those are the best pull-ups I've seen all day, and I hit the record for the day too. And he was like, you ever thought about joining the Marines? Like, we'll love to have you. Like, let me take down your information. We'll get something to eat, you know, this and that. Here's your prize. And I was like, man, I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm in Air Force ROTC. Actually, I'm a senior this year. So I said that I was a senior that way, you know, he's not like, oh, you're only a freshman. You can contract in the Marines still. So I told him I was contracted. I'm in Air Force ROTC. And, you know, when I tell Marines that, because believe it or not, a lot of Marine recruiters approach me, they get like this weird look on their face like, oh, why aren't you a Marine officer? Or why don't you join the Marines? You look like you're supposed to be in the Marines. And, you know, honestly, the Marines is not for everybody. I have a few friends that are Marines, and shout out to you guys who are watching. But now I'm gonna talk about why I actually didn't want to join the Marines. So when I was younger, I'm talking like 12 years old, I would see the Marines in their uniforms, and actually I did want to be a Marine, believe it or not. But then I got into high school and I was like completely anti-military. I never would have thought I would have joined the military or planned to join, even though my dad is a helicopter pilot and my uncle is a helicopter pilot in the Army, right? So I came into my freshman year in college. I just wanted to try out Air Force ROTC to see how I like it, because I had another friend at University of Florida who was doing it too, and he seemed to like it. And so I ended up liking the people there. I ended up liking the atmosphere. Made a lot of cool new friends. I was pretty good at it. I love the physical fitness aspect of it. And it's pretty much the reason why I started this YouTube channel. And so I just decided to stay in. But the main reason why I wouldn't become a Marine is because, one, the lifestyle. I really don't like the Marine way of life, or the lifestyle that is perceived of the Marines. So I think it's perceived like everybody's a warrior. Kind of that grunt lifestyle, the attitude, the mentality, that really just doesn't fit me and my personality. Even though I can keep up with the workouts with these guys, for sure. But just the mentality, that lifestyle, it just doesn't fit me. And that's something that I really don't want to be a part of. like I said, it's not for everybody. And also the way of living. So everybody knows that the Army and the Marines, their standard of living is a lot lower than the Air Force. The Air Force by far has the best standard of living anywhere you go. So if you look at the Marine bases, the Army bases, they're right here. But if you go to an Air Force base or go to anything Air Force, it's right here. Like, no lie, guys. So the Air Force is a bit more advanced when it comes to that stuff. Even to join the Air Force, you gotta make better test grades. It's a bit harder. I even believe that the ROTC process for Air Force is harder than that of Army. It's like super competitive. You gotta take all these tests, and pretty much you gotta be very smart, and that's for a good reason, because the Air Force just doesn't take everybody they see. And just because you're physically fit, that doesn't mean the Air Force, you know, wants you or needs you. And that's the vibe I tend to get with the Marines. Like, oh, you're physically fit, cool, you should be a Marine. You can do pull-ups, oh, you should be a Marine. So it's not like that with the Air Force. Now, like I said, this video isn't to bash Marines or their way of life. Marines are pretty cool, and if you do plan on becoming a Marine or you want to be a Marine, then by all means go about that path and start doing your pull-ups for sure. Now, one last thing I want to discuss with you guys in regards to the military is my situation with Air Force ROTC. So as you guys know, I have this huge platform that I built over the past few years. We're almost at 200,000 subscribers on social media. My Instagram is coming up, like everything. The business part is doing really, really well. So that being said, I wanted to join the Air Force as a reservist instead of active duty full time. And you know, at first it wasn't a problem. I didn't see it as being a problem because I've heard of other people doing it, and people have talked to me about it too. But recently, with the new changes of the military, they're really wanting officers right now in the Air Force. That being said, it's pretty difficult, and they're not really accepting people to go straight from ROTC to the reserve side of the community. So the reservist means basically part-time. So active duty is full-time, reservist is part-time. So like once a weekend, I would go to the base and work, and then after that I can do whatever I want. As long as I show up to the base that weekend, the rest of the time it really doesn't matter. That way I can focus my full time on YouTube, business, and just keep growing this platform. So that is what I wanted to do, but right now it is looking like that isn't possible, unfortunately. So right now I'm kind of stuck in a situation. Do I want to go active duty full time once I graduate and work 7 to 4 Monday through Friday, doing whatever, having to travel and stuff? Yes, I could still do YouTube, but with the effort and amount of time that I want to put in it, probably not, which is very unfortunate, and that's what I don't like. So I'm kind of stuck in a rut in regards to my Air Force ROTC situation. I want to know your opinion personally on what I should do. What would you do in my situation? Because, you know, I have to make a tough decision here soon, because like I said, I'm about to graduate, and by that point I really have to figure out what I'm going to do. It's either I have to drop ROTC or I go active duty full time. So once again, follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Links will be down below, and keep doing your pull-ups, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.